Another major story we're following this morning. Former South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford is an elected official once again. 4 years after a very well-publicized scandal, the Republican won a special election to fill the Palmetto State's open congressional seat. Governor Sanford, good morning.
Treat to be with you. Thank you.
Congratulations. I mean, it was June of 2009 that this scandal erupted, and here yesterday, voters in your district made you a public official once again. Do you see this as the completion of your comeback, or is there more that you still have to do to repair your reputation?
Well, I mean, I think this idea of redemption at large and political redemption, I guess, in specific, is a process that's day at a time. And each day you go out and try and earn folks' trust. I let a lot of folks down back in 2009, and yet I've been on a remarkable personal journey since then, and I hope that my life will reflect that going forward.
You talk about this redemption. You know, for all the talk that perhaps that scandal would derail your chances at a comeback, is it possible that voters in your district simply wanted to be part of a story of redemption?
I don't know that I would read that much into the tea leaves. I think I have an incredibly strong track record with regard to watching out for people's pocketbook or their wallet. I was actually rated #1 in the entire United States Congress by the National Taxpayers Union in efforts to do just that. I was rated financially as the most conservative governor of the United States of America. I was the first governor to turn back stimulus money at a time when it wasn't popular. So I think I have some rather well-worn credentials, if you will, from the standpoint of watching out for their pocketbook or their wallet. And I think that that's something a lot of people care about. At the end of the day, I think people care about how politics impacts their lives, and I think that I've got a rather proven record in terms of trying to do something that on that front, particularly as it relates to financial issues. So I don't know that I'd read that much into the tea leaves with regard to my personal life.
You know, you talk about your credentials. So as you head back to Washington now, it was a bruising campaign. Democrats took shots at you. Your own party walked away from you in terms of support for your campaign. So who are your friends?
My friends are the voters who sent me up last night, you know, the taxpayers of the 1st Congressional District who made the decision that they did in the primary and then the runoff and now the general election as of last night. And I'll have plenty of friends in Washington, D.C. You know, I look forward to working, whether it's Republicans, Democrats, Independents, you name it, a whole host of different folks in terms of trying to accomplish things that better people's lives here in the 1st Congressional District and, frankly, turn the tide with regard to spending up in Washington, D.C.
And real quickly, before you go to Washington, you have to go to court tomorrow. You've got to go there in an appearance to face your ex-wife, Jenny, over a charge that you illegally entered her home on Super Bowl Sunday. That's one of those stories, Governor, that you know reminds people of the past. What will you say in court?
Well, I think that what I've already said, which is it's a much more complicated story than meets the eye. I mean, I'm with one of our boys. We're at a neighborhood Super Bowl party. My former wife is out of town, and you have to make the decision as a dad as to whether or not you sit him alone and leave him there alone to watch the second half of the Super Bowl, or don't you? And so I think it was a much more complex story than meets the eye.
All right, former Governor Mark Sanford, now a representative-elect. Governor, congratulations.
Thank you very much.